Now, your Weather Authority forecast from David Bernard.
We are looking at a strong hurricane tonight, a Category 3 on the verge of becoming a Category 4. This is the big picture, and this is the picture that you are interested in tonight. This is the hurricane. There is the saving grace for Louisiana and the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Our first fall cold front is on the move tonight. The storm is moving due north as the front advances overnight. A fade to the northeast is going to happen. Now look at our water vapor imagery. And again, there is the hurricane. Look at all the moisture wrapping around it. No dry air intruding on the storm at all. But there's the big jet stream dip to the west, and there's the cold front as these southwest winds, you see them moving across the Gulf right there. That's going to eventually, Michael's going to feel that, and that's going to cause the storm to fade a little bit to the north and east as it moves into Panama City. On the satellite picture tonight, very well defined eye. The hurricane hunters say the pressures are continuing to drop, and so the forecast now has this as a Category 4. Now, right now, it's at 125, so that's a Category 3, 200 miles south of Panama City. The new forecast officially does make this a Category 4 at landfall, a 130-mile-per-hour storm. There is no record of a Category 4 landfall on the Florida Panhandle going back to 1851. This would be the strongest hurricane on record and easily the strongest hurricane in the Panama City area. So a real disaster unfolding tonight. And look at Wednesday evening. Hurricane force winds may make it all the way into southeastern Alabama and particularly southwestern Georgia before the storm rapidly weakens on Thursday over the Carolinas as a tropical storm. Now locally, we've got water coming up tonight. We're at high tide, so if you're seeing water now, it may get a little bit worse, particularly in St. Bernard and Plaquemines Parish and all the areas around Lake Bourne. And this northeast wind now is piling more water into these areas. But by morning, we should get more of a north wind, and at least for some areas that will begin to help. Maybe not in Lake Bourne, but other areas will begin to see improvement. But we're going to keep this flood advisory up through tomorrow because even with the north wind, some of us are still going to have the water to contend with. This is, of course, outside the hurricane risk reduction system. That's going to be in effect through tomorrow. Chance of tropical storm force winds, they're basically nearly 100% from Pensacola back to Tallahassee. But look at Mobile, how quickly it drops off on the west side of the storm. That's the better side of the storm. The stronger winds extend farther out to the east. And of course here, we are not going to see tropical storm conditions with numbers of around 4%. But here are the 74-mile-per-hour winds are greater, and you can tell where that storm is aimed, right into the Panama City area. Destin, though, 3% because the hurricane force winds maybe extend out 30 to 50 miles and particularly to the east of where the landfall is. So the number is higher at Tallahassee at 41%, where it's near zero from Pensacola to Destin and Mobile. Storm surge will be really tremendous, and these areas from Apalachicola into the Big Bend, up to 12 feet of water above ground is going to be possible. We have more elevation for areas near and west of Panama City, but we're still indicating 4 to 6 feet of storm surge will be possible there. Some localized amounts could even be a little bit higher in some of those back bays. Viper tonight, well, not much going on. We've got a couple of showers that are blowing across. You know, the rain was actually heavier yesterday than what we saw today. Here comes some gusty showers near the mouth of the river spitting out from the northwest side of Michael. But by and large, our rain chance is going to be going down tomorrow. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of rain at all. 30% chance for muggy showers overnight. Temperatures not getting much below 80. Tomorrow, though, 20% with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. I think it's a mostly dry day across the area. There's the front. It's 67 in Shreveport. It's 65 in Dallas. It's not a blue norther, but it's strong enough to do the trick and to keep the hurricane staying well to the east of us. If we look at the Fox 8 forecast model, there's Michael tonight. There's the front to the west. And there is the track as a Category 4. Gosh, it's just hard to believe looking at that terrible setup for them. There will be the front near us tomorrow afternoon, but ahead of it, we'll have a warm breeze and maybe a quick shower. The front pushes the hurricane into the Carolinas on Thursday. We're perfect. Cold front and less humid on Thursday, and on Friday, looking good. Comfy sun and nice and dry weather. 20% tomorrow, dry for the weekend. Maybe some showers again on Monday because we may have another front come next week. We're going to have a little bit of a warm-up on Sunday. to 86. I mean, that's not terrible. But then we may get cooler again next week with highs returning to the 70s. 50s coming for the North Shore. Get ready for that. Wave heights 11 to 16 feet offshore tonight. Small craft advisories are up. It's going to stay bumpy, guys. But by the weekend, big improvements coming, and things should be a lot better then. Fox 8 umbrella giveaway is still going on in the midst of everything. Fox8live.com/umbrella. I mean, it's just hard to believe that they're facing this tonight. It's going to be terrible. I'd like to say it's going to weaken between now and tomorrow. I just don't see that happening. Even if there is some weakening, it's still pushing major hurricane storm surge into those areas. Shelby's going to have complete coverage on the Fox 8 Morning Edition beginning at 4:30.
All right, thanks, David.